Hello and good day, everybody. I hope that you are doing well. Um, I recently received a question from one of my subscribers as to why I stopped telling my story 4 months ago now. Well, honestly, I kind of feel like nobody's really interested in hearing my story. Um, like, um, I don't really know how to explain it. It's like I get more views and whatnot from the quotes that I share, and it's like I've gotten very little views on my story, even though the first part of my story I posted a year ago now. But yeah, the last part of my story was like 4 months ago, and I think it had like 30 or 50 views or something. I don't remember what it was now, but I get so many more for the quotes, and I think it's because they're less than a minute long and people just don't really want to sit and listen to a long story, even if it is possibly going to be extremely helpful for things they may have been through, or they know that other people in their lives are going through and whatnot. And I understand that, and that's fine. But I can't tell what I've been through in less than a minute. My story is very long and very complicated and has many layers of abuse and torture and just horrific things. And it is really hard for me to have to go into those memories, bring them back up, talk about them in the detail in which I share them, and then shove them back down to wherever I store them so that I can go on with my life without having them bother me constantly every day. It is extremely emotionally draining to remember all of this stuff and talk about it in the detail in which I do, and then shove it all back down and try to move on. And I don't mind doing that at all if it's going to help people. I will talk about anything pretty much if it's going to help other people to heal or get better or find a way to move on. Move on, meaning, uh, not necessarily get over it and move on, but to understand that you're not alone and that there's other people out there that have been through this and or through similar things, if not exactly the same things, and that that yeah, I mean, you're not alone. And the whole reason I started this channel was I want to help people. I want to help other abuse survivors and victims, and even people that don't know anything about abuse that are wanting to help people in their lives or support people in their lives that have been or are being abused, and maybe help them find a way out of their situations. And that is the reason why I started this channel. And it wasn't to share quotes from other people, it was to share my story and help people through my story, and allow people a place where they can post their comments of their what they've been through, and we can, like, it's a place where you can come and feel safe, that you can talk about what you've been through, and or ask questions about things that, like, I've been through that you want to know more on. And like, I have numbers listed for different things like suicide or anxiety or sexual abuse or physical abuse. I have a lot of content that I can put out there to help other people if that's what people want. But it doesn't feel to me that that's what people want on this channel. It feels like the majority of my subscribers, who I am so grateful for. Thank you all to who have subscribed. You mean so much to me. Even if you are only watching the quotes, I appreciate everything. But I just feel like my story just kind of isn't relevant right now. Like, people don't want to sit there and listen to a half hour to an hour of a story of my abuse and survival, even though it could potentially be very helpful to other people that are going through it. And I get that. It's fine. Um, I know people don't have time to just sit around and listen to people talk. But I do know there are people out there that do post even longer videos and people listen to them. And that's fine. They've got bigger platforms than I do, and I get that. I totally get that. You know, I'm just a small little pea in this little on this big platform. So maybe one day, maybe one day my voice will be heard and my story can get told, and people can get the help that I'm trying to offer them through what I've been through. And that would mean so much to me. But if all I've got to do right now is post quotes and that's what you all want, then that's what I'll keep doing. And someday when you do want to hear more of my story, or if you want to hear any of it, I do have a playlist set up and everything is categorized. So just look, scroll through the playlist until you find My True Story or something like that. It's like, I think it's called My True Story. And you can watch everything from a year ago up to 4 months ago. And then if you want to hear more, let me know, and I will happily start putting more of my story up, and hopefully I can help other people, because I have so much more to go. What is on there so far is literally just the tip of the iceberg. I haven't even got to the worst of it yet, and it's already pretty bad. So, and I'm going to trigger warning right now. If you're highly sensitive, if you get triggered easy, you might not want to check out my story. It's very detailed. It's gruesome. It's bad. So, now granted, I know it's not as bad as other people. I know I'm not stupid enough to think that my story is the worst out there. I know it's not. But I'm just saying it is bad, and if you are highly sensitive, think about that before you go and watch my story, because it is graphic. I don't really spare many details. So, but yeah, I just wanted to put that out there and answer that question as to why I stopped talking about my story 4 months ago. And if anybody is interested in me bringing it back up and talking more about it, just let me know, and I will continue to do that. Because, like I said, I have so much more to go. And I have hardly even hit the surface. So, stay safe, be blessed, be well. I love you all, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.